Man. And you knew that I was gonna be something when you stressed out and you need something. I got you. Welcome to another demonic stream. Welcome to another episode of learning to leave Daryl the fuck alone. Welcome to another episode of The Simp God Wins Again. Right now, before I even start the show, I gotta start with some text images. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. I'm gonna post one at a time. All right, we're gonna do one at a time. Let me get these image files up here real quick. That way I can make sure I get every single one of them. Because I was watching the stream today. If you guys didn't hear, one of my former apprentice. How do they say it in the watch? They may never see his lights again. She's done. Finito. Put a fork in her. She's done. She's done. Right? Now, I did think some of this stuff was interesting, not all of it. So there's no need for me to be here for a long time. Right? Let me put this down for a second. Which one is this one? Let me go full screen real quick. Oh, yeah, okay, cool. This was Fantasy Island Girl. You will learn later eventually that I was your real friend and I really loved you. And you threw me away over petty fucking bullshit. Woo-wee. We go to this one right here. It says, hold on, same one. Hold on. All right, let's go to this one. Fantasy Island Girl. I'm not going to pretend I agree with Illa just because he's your friend. I said I cared on your stream with him too. So, look like Fantasy Island Girl and Lucki fell out over Illasophical, and she's telling her, "Bitch, you was gonna be. I was your only real friend, bitch. I really cared about you, and you wanna stop fucking with me because we calling Illasophical a predator, bitch? After he said some predator shit." Girl, what is wrong with you, bitch? What is wrong with you? Okay. I mean, which one is this one? Okay. Rainbow. I'm not going to pretend and not comment when she shut me out over petty bullshit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
Yeah, listen, if y'all don't screenshot the chat, then you just don't understand how fun this game can really get. So Fantasy Island Girl also says, again, I'm not going to pretend that I agree with Illasophical because he's your friend. She wasn't going, bro. Is this the same one? All right. We done with these. We can put these down from the studio. Remove from the studio. All right. So for those who don't know, Lady Luck has retired. She's done. She made a declaration today saying that she shall no longer participate in this farce that is YouTube. Right? Her and Fantasy Island Girl are no longer cool. They're not getting along. You think I'm lying? Let me go to 45 minutes into the video where that part come up, right? Where Fantasy Island actually leave that comment. She says, "Bitch, ain't nobody talking about you, bitch. Ain't nobody talking about you, bitch." Now, for research purposes, we're using this fair use, and we're going to go ahead and just throw the thumbnail over that just a little bit. We're going to transform that just a little bit, guys. We want you guys to see the video, but without actually seeing the video. So let's go.
So this woman, right, the thing, right, since this is the last stream, look at this. So this woman, right, I sent like a mass text to people who were like in my main friend thing, and she got one, and she wants to say, I don't care, but she bring her black ass here to say she don't care, right? So this is another thing too. Did I mention her name?
She probably left a comment because you was sneak dissing and because you was being passive aggressive. That's probably why she left that comment, right? And Fantasy, I dropped the link for you because I'm interested. I'm all ears, baby girl. What happened? You know what I think happened, Fantasy, knowing that I know this individual? I think that she could not be held accountable because the one thing I know about Fantasy Island Girl and our very, 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 very few conversations is she's low-key a real bitch. That's just the facts. She's very, very, very solid in her morals and her beliefs, right? One can believe that's why she's been successful in the military. So I'm going to say that, Lucky didn't want to be held accountable, not with the situation with me, not with the situation with Illa, not with the situation with Fatty, not with the situation with Ali, nothing. And I think eventually, because she says, well, your friends, they don't want to be your friends after y'all start disagreeing. You disagree with your friends and they don't want to be your friends no more. Then she blow the fuck up like, bitch, we can get messy. I don't give a fuck, bitch. Listen to this shit. Gore, they done fell out, Gore. Look, Lucky and Fantasy Island Girl done fell out. Nigga, read this shit. Fantasy Island says, you will learn later eventually in life when you have no fucking friends that I was your only real friend, that I really loved you, and you threw me away over some petty shit. Fuck it. Child. I ain't even had to do this live stream, Gore. Right? I could have just said fuck it. Then somebody got videos out for you for months. Let me address that right now. I pushed those videos out for months because I really wasn't planning on doing them. I just had them there just in case, right? In case you did some shit like this and sneak this and any of that shit. But either way, good. I was secretly going to do the videos no matter what. But whether they was going to be on members only, like it wasn't a big deal. I have bigger fish to fry right now, right? But I do want to I want to highlight this Fantasy Island part first.
And we're going to go from there. This is another thing, right? Since this is the last stream, look at this. So this woman.
She says her last stream. Damn, peasant pussy quits YouTube finally. Damn, Nay. Peasant pussy is crazy. But yeah, she says she's done. She's not done. Not by a fucking long shot. She's literally, if my memory serves me correct, she's gonna threaten Fantasy Island Girl right now. Bitch, if you try to expose me, then bitch, I'm gonna expose it all. Period. Okay. I hope they fight too, like two fucking dragons, and destroy everything beneath them. And Fantasy Island gonna come out on top because she's still gonna have a marriage, a husband, a fucking career, a lifestyle, a home. Both her fucking legs work. And on top of that, she know the truth about you. She know how you really feel about situations that you don't want to allude to, don't hear. And you have to threaten her because she knows the truth. Not because she's gonna lie on you, but because she knows the truth, which is joy, fantasy. That's the same thing happened to me, bitch. You're not getting threats from this individual here because you lying on them. You getting threats from this individual here because you holding them accountable and telling them the fucking truth about themselves. Fantasy, good and damn well as I know, and every nigga over there, with the exception of maybe Fantastic, She not even thinking about these niggas. You and I see. You know what? Let me keep going.
Women, right? I seem like a mass text to people who were like in my main friend thing, and she got one, and she wants to say, "I don't care," but she bring her black.
First of all, I don't think Fantasy needs you to have a friend group. She was literally in the fucking military. I feel like I feel like that is enough for me to concede my time on that point. But let's keep going because you also dissed Jr. Lapeef too. Now, what's interesting is when I said that on Yanni's show that certain individuals from this space was sending JR news, even though he was a married fucking man. Certain individuals from this space was sending Anton Daniels news, even though he's a married fucking man. When I said this, I'm the problem, right? Fucking Yanni never take the video down. Yanni never clip that part out. Yanni never gets sued for defamation. I never get sued for defamation, but somehow we're liars. Okay.
Ass here to say she don't care, right? So this is another thing too. Did I mention her name?
You sneak dissed her. You was sneak dissing her the whole time. I'm gonna go back to that.
Didn't mention her name, but hit dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like hit dogs will holler.
You never mentioned my name either, Lady Luck, but you still mentioning me. When you talk about later on, you're going to talk about Jeff James, right? And I did reach out to Jeff James about that situation. He said he don't give a fuck. So I'm going to leave it right there. But he said, I'm sorry, you said about Jeff James that he was the suit wearing nigga that he contacted you about me. Let me tell y'all something. When Jeff James contacted me and my wife, I had the whole situation recorded. I can just post it, but I didn't because he's an honorable fucking man. That's one. Two, he apologized to my wife as he said he was, as the agreement that we made. Okay. Three, he should have never been weaponized in the first place. Right? Shout out to Tony Golden. Shout out to Tony Golden for speaking the truth. Right? And I told Jeff this on the phone. You doing this interview with her in the midst of this shit with Jazz, Noel, and me and her, that was messy. It's no other way around it. Right? Trying to fucking paint it like it was something else. That's like me throwing some fucking paint on a collage and calling it a fucking Picasso. No, we're not having it. Okay. So he should have never been weaponized in the first place. I think that he was smart enough to fall back from that situation. And even more, he stepped in and tried to be a voice of reason, not like L. Nixon voice of reason, somebody who's fucking biased and who has a fucking grudge against me. Jeff James genuinely, in my opinion, tried to play the young man who was genuinely, he didn't give a fuck about any size. He was just really low key. In my opinion, the conversation that me and him had, he wanted everybody to get along so everybody can do content. Everybody can just get along. All the black people calm all hostilities and work together. That was more or less his ideology. If you want to say he was on some fake MLK shit, I don't believe it. I don't believe that. I believe when me and Jeff talked, he was genuinely trying to get everybody to calm the fuck down. He tried to calm me down. He tried to calm my wife down. He wanted Lucki to calm down. He wanted Jazz to calm down. He thought this was all a big misunderstanding because he had no real understanding of what was going on behind the scenes and the history of the situation, which is what Team Fatty tried to tell him. Right? That's just the facts. So attacking him, you didn't say his name either, but you're still attacking somebody. And I'm just here to call out these inconsistencies because individuals who call out other black women on their content, who I'm not gonna put no names out there. If it applies, it applies. But if I see you calling out black women for being disingenuous, and then you see somebody being disingenuous, you don't say shit. I mean, that should be a problem. The same way it's a problem when Meg Thee Stallion is twerking on stage for Kamala Harris. Let's keep going.
And the thing about it is right, people know that this person, right, was somebody I was associated with. I loved her. Okay. However, you understand that people like you if y'all agree.
Is that accountability, Fantasy Island? I loved her, but people like you when y'all agree. So what I hear is somebody who is saying this person don't like me right now because we don't agree. Trying to make it seem like they have no accountability in the fallout, and that's usually not the case, right? I can show y'all the video of Fantasy Island Girl and Illasophical. Fantasy Island Girl wasn't really being disrespectful. She was giving her opinion. Illa, as Illa always does, interrupts. That was an opportunity for Lucki to say, you know what? This is my friend. I actually love her, like you claiming now. So let me show that love by showing respect, right? By not allowing nobody to interrupt her, by not allowing nobody to disrespect her. I would imagine we all had plenty of conversations about Illasophical where Fantasy Island Girl stood her fucking ground, right? I'm pretty sure the conversations were something like, oh yeah, a 16-year-old girl does look like a 16-year-old girl, not a grown fucking woman. I'm not gonna like he's just as worse as that nigga Duro. But you fuck with that nigga, but you mad at Duro. I'm pretty sure y'all had conversations of the sort. And because you can change certain individuals in this space, you thought that your friendship and your love and your companionship was going to change Fantasy Island's ideology, and she has always been the same individual. I said that on the last video years ago I did about her when y'all did that shit at Fatty channel, and she popped up and she had the conversation with Raw B, and she was like, I've always been team fuck Duro since day one. It was y'all niggas who was going on Duro's panels and using the opportunity to get fucking views. It was y'all niggas. I've been on team fuck Duro since day one. And I can always respect that type of accountability and that type of consistency, regardless of who you're around. I remember the first time I went to a Fantasy Island show, she told me directly, she said, I don't have a problem with you, Duro, but I'm Team Lucki, so it's fuck you. I had to respect that. Some niggas don't know loyalty. Some niggas can be bought. Some niggas can be sold with views. In my opinion, you lost a real friend. You lost somebody who, in my genuine opinion, is extremely formidable. If I had Fantasy Island Girl on fucking Simp Nation as a co-host right now, we would have the #1 show on YouTube. That's a fact. Especially in this space. You lost a real friend fucking with niggas like Illasophical because you convinced that he can give more than she can give. That's what it is. Let's keep going.
The minute is something where it's too much of this. They care more about hopping on a wave of something to support somebody who they know that don't support you, whatever. They care more about that because it's about a narrative than actually being your friend from a space that they're supposed to be better than. But I care so much to just don't care how it would look here, but I have an invested interest to just be in high school. And this is what I'm saying. If you are an adult person and you actually you find yourself being friends with somebody, why do you care so much to be messy continuously? If you don't make content, you don't do nothing. Why?
Have Fantasy Island Girl been messy? I think that's a mischaracterization. And I'm being as non-biased. I can be super biased. I can say fuck both of y'all. But I'm being as non-biased as I possibly can. I don't think she's ever been messy. Right? Let me give y'all my little rundown of my Fantasy Island Girl timeline. She popped up out of nowhere, big titties. Niggas thought she was pretty. She fucking acquiesced to all the shows. She was every fucking where. Right? Everybody wanted her on the fucking show because she was more than likely the most attractive one there, or the second or third, but more than likely, if she was on a panel, she was one of the most attractive there. Undoubtedly the sexiest. Undoubtedly. That's just the facts. To the point where every nigga was gawking over her for about 2 fucking years straight. Right? If you go back to the Yanni show, she's on Yanni fucking show, despite never being a member of Lapeef, never being a member of Crew Season. She was just fucking there. I still don't know why she was there that day. She was there, right? Out of nowhere, she is teaming up with Lucki like fucking Voldemort. I used the wrong fucking reference. I meant to say like Vader and Palpatine, right? And they've been best friends ever fucking since. I don't ever remember. Like I remember she did a video back in the day about Danica. I remember she did a video back in the day about B. Taylor and that situation with fucking Princella. But that's not very messy. That's content. Everybody was doing content about that B. Taylor situation with Princella. It was a very nasty fucking situation. End up going all the way to Tasha K and shit. Ugh. So that was just content. I can't genuinely remember Fantasy Island Girl trying to be messy. Maybe she's deleted some videos I haven't fucking seen. But even with like Lotion Gate, for example, I don't remember her ever really publicly speaking about it. Like I don't have one clip of her saying like, "Yeah, fuck that nigga Daryl, jacking off ass nigga." I don't have it. Maybe she did. I don't know. Let's go.
Why? Like, if you don't care, you gotta not care. You get what I'm saying? You just gotta not care. You just gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta do it.
Okay. Now I got past that fact now.
You care?
No.
Then care.
I did. It's more.
It's something going on with us in society where the stuff that we say we don't care about, it affects us and we want to show. It's okay to care. It's okay to say that shit hurt my feelings. That shit made me feel away. That's how we move on. That's how I am. If shit hurt my feelings, it hurt my fucking. I'm a woman. I'm a human being, and that affected me. But if you say that, oh my God, you hurt. Who hurt you? You did, bitch. That's what the fuck hurt. What are we saying? Like that's how we talk. But somehow on the internet, you being affected is a problem.
It's actually not effective language that you're using it. Like if you're talking to your friend, somebody that you, again, 15 minutes ago, you said that you love, right? For example, I love my wife. If my wife hurt me and she said, Dura, who hurt you? And I said, you did, bitch. That's not just how we talk. It's about expressing yourself. And I know that better than anybody. I've had to overcome a lot of my demons and some of them I still haven't overcome. So at the end of the day, you have to learn how to speak to people with respect. If you speak to people with respect, even if y'all disagree, there can be there can be some level of agreement or even just agree to disagree respectfully. But when you like start to introduce this type of fucking language, of course it's going to become hostile because you introducing hostility in the conversation. Let's go.
People who are we see is an issue. We see you're dumb. And that's the problem. Not her, I'm telling her dumb. I'm just saying in general. People are like, we have such an invested interest to try to make dumb people feel smart. Well, the other journeys, I don't want to expose this type of stuff. It just be so much. It be so fucking. It's only happening to me. If you guys, I'll put hell. Stupid bitch that I didn't. Ooh, she lucky. She lucky. Go to hell. She lucky. She lucky. She my name, okay? She's lucky. Something in me did not want to go to hell, okay? Because the way that people do shit and then they just get back on this soapbox like, oh, I'm just oh my gosh. You got to leave it. You got to leave it. Anytime something affects you, even in his smoke on me to the ahead of stuff, because you say something, you don't say nothing. Then they be like, oh, well, she ain't said nothing, so it must be true. She ain't said nothing. And then it's like, you say something, be damned if you do, you damned if you don't. So you're like, fuck it. Let them believe whatever the fuck they want to believe. You know what I'm saying? And you just be comfortable with that. But then if you keep letting that happen, now there's a whole...
Boring. Let's go back to the beginning. I thought I had the part where she was talking mad shit, but let's go back to the fucking beginning, man. You know what I'm saying? Because how long I've been here? 37 minutes. I'm only gonna do an hour 30 at the most, and I'm out this bitch. It's over.
You know, it's not that bad. Even though you did do this, it's not that bad. They take that and they try to use it to try to get this other male content creator because they like him. Y'all have no clue the type of shit that I know, and I just still go on and I just be like, you know what, whatever. Like if the bitch ain't said nothing to me, clearly ain't no problem. I still would speak to people knowing that the shit they said, they'd try to come back. Oh, I know Lucki said this. Finding stuff all the time, and these are grown people. These are grown people. Also,
You have participated in mess also, and you're grown. So you can't. On top of that, everybody on here grown. You know what I'm saying? We just of different ages. So, but you not innocent at all either. You have participated in bullshit too. You act like we don't have lotion gay. You act like in the midst of when Raw B and Fatty was fighting, she didn't say, "Didn't you buy a certain lotion video from a certain young woman?" I got that. So I don't understand why you want to present yourself as anything less than the villain that you are. You should embrace your villain role instead of running from it. You are not a villain. Sorry, you are not a victim. You're not a victim at all, my lady. You are a villain. That's what you are. You you tried to control Jazz and made it seem like, well, it's no new friend. No, bitch, it's why the fuck you telling people where to go to and they don't got no problem with me. That's why me and Jazz was so cool because Jazz no ain't got no problem with her. I'm rooting for Shorty. I'm rooting for Shorty. I'm giving her game about the motherfuckers around her. Like you, who eventually would betray her as I told her you would.
There's a particular person that people know to be my friend on this channel. We don't see eye to eye on most things. To learn that typically friendship or association is just because if I want to hop on a YouTube stream that's associated with a sector, I know I can just be associated with Lucki and just hop on and do it, or just be Lucki's friend. And it's just like nobody really fucks with who I am on a personal level. Don't worry, well, because I'm not gonna say people's things, but it's just so much with this YouTube experience where I am just better. Like it's just when you actually the new business venture that I've started, the new things that I've started, that doesn't mean that I won't post content as far as like vlogging what I'm doing in my life. But I have no interest and no hope for Black people. I don't care if bitches ever find a husband. I don't care if niggas ever find a bitch that like them. Honestly, I think that people should get their passports. Honestly, I just think that this is a micro to a macro as to why we ain't shit. I think we are just tap dancing Negroes who find other areas to make money. And I think the minute we can make money off exploiting each other, it's so much easier to do it because we're going to find other people who are.
Hold on, baby. What you just say? Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Wait. First of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Did you just say Black people are tap dancing monkeys?
I don't care if bitches ever find a husband. I don't care if niggas ever find a bitch that like them. Honestly, I think that people should get their passports. Honestly, I just think that this is a micro to a macro as to why we ain't shit. I think we are just tap dancing Negroes who find other areas to make.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Are we just some tap dancing Negroes? Are we just some tap dancing Negroes? Jesus. Are we just some tap dancing niggas? I don't know. I think that's a racist. I think that was kind of racist. I think that you experiencing a level of self-hate. And I think that you need to really think about who Ebony is and not really focus on Lucki Maree so much. Focus on the things that really make you happy. This YouTube stuff never made you happy because you can never be yourself here. If you had came out the beginning, bisexual, baby mama, single mother, if you had came out with that, presented who you really are, people would, in my opinion, people would have accepted you for who you are. But you a chameleon, right? You come on here and you got to be a different person on Monday, a different person on Tuesday, a different person on Wednesday. That's when I listen to that song, The Stallion, I think about you because it's not a diss song. He really telling you like you need to really clean yourself up. Right? Clean yourself up because just like he said, this is not for Meg the Stallion, it's for Megan the person. These niggas like world class, these niggas don't even know you. These niggas like the Genius CEO, these niggas don't even know you. And I'm not talking about no Lucki. I'm talking about them niggas don't know Ebony. I think that's like that's a big problem. I think you need to have people around you that genuinely love you. I do think that Shorty was one of them. Fantasy Island Girl, I think she was one of them. I think you fucked that up, gang. Real talk. You fucked that up. I don't think Illasophical love you, my nigga. I think he think you pretty. I think he wanna fuck. And if you wanted to bump cheeks with that nigga, you would have been did that by now. You don't want that nigga. Come on, B. What you really want is happiness, security, somebody to hold you at night. And you're not going to find it here. You need to really pray and ask God to really remove all the hate out of your heart. And I mean that shit.
Make money. And I think once the minute we can make money off exploiting each other, is so much easier to do it. Because we're going to find other people who are over 40 who have lost it and they want to continue to disparage you. So that's what the Black community is. And I look like a fucking idiot sitting up here like, no, we can just take the 10% of us. Fuck that. So let me just tell you, this shit over. This shit is over. Let me say it again. This shit is over. Nobody gives a fuck about them. The minute we start to make money.
But see, look, you was just sending my messages to Illasophical, having him painting some false pictures like I was talking to you behind my wife's back, like I was sneaking in the car to talk to you or some shit, right? That's goofy. And I'm pretty sure somebody like Fantasy Island Girl is probably like, you know how that nigga Daryl is. You know that nigga Daryl's gonna do 1,000 videos about you. Why are you restarting this bullshit? Why not just let it go? Why not just let him be a fucking degenerate over there? And we move on with our content, doing us, the Lucky Charms. She's a formidable opponent, Fantasy Island Girl, because she doesn't lack conviction and she makes a lot of fucking common sense. I'm talking about a lot of fucking common sense. But with this individual, she lacks accountability. Right? She never gonna look at herself and say, I was the problem. And not to shame somebody or beat down on somebody or make them feel worse about themselves, but for them to get better, they need to first realize, this is what I did wrong. I could never get better as a man if I was looking at some of the things that I have done on YouTube and say that I took it too far. I could never get better as a man. I could never learn from my lessons. Never. I just couldn't do it. You have to self-reflect, realize where you went wrong, and then after you face what you have done wrong, you need to come up with a plan on what you can do better. If you have a sex addiction, that means pulling back as a man and not having sex. If you're addicted to drugs, that means going to some type of therapy or some type of rehab in order to get help. Because one of the things that we do too is we think, I can help myself. I can diagnose myself. I can treat myself. I'm my own patient. It don't work that way. You need to go around somebody first who's gonna tell you that your life matters, right? Your life matters. People love you. Bad things has happened to you, but you're not a bad person. That's what you need. That's genuinely what you need, my nigga. You don't need a whole bunch of niggas who attracted to you, who really just waiting for their opportunity for you to get desperate enough to open your fucking legs up to them. You don't need them type of niggas around you. To be honest, outside of on Fantasy Island, Fantastic was the only real nigga I saw over there tonight. That's a fact.
At a group to say, even though I can associate with this person, I didn't call this person, but yet and still, the minute we disagree on a topic, the minute you think Meg Thee Stallion is not a wholesome woman. Bitch, that's why the fuck woo 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 woo. Y'all don't even understand half. Bitches want.
So you and her got into it about Meg Thee Stallion? I can see Fantasy Island defending Meg Thee Stallion because she used to have a OnlyFans. It was called what was it called, Fantasy Island? I know y'all watching. Wasn't it called Enjoy Come 69? Because her name is Joy. So it's Enjoy Come 69. And she changed it to Fantasy Island Girl. Listen, I've always told my wife that I thought Fantasy Island Girl was very, 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 very attractive. She don't think so because, you know, my wife don't like girls with fake boobs and fake titties and shit, fake asses and shit. But, you know, men, we just don't give a fuck. We don't, right? We don't. I don't like it when it's too far, right? When it's subtle, all right, cool. When you walking around and it look like a fucking ant, you know what I'm saying? Subtleties are best, right? Proportions are best. Let's keep going, man. This is Lady Lucki saying she's done with YouTube. She's quitting YouTube for good, and she's moving on.
Want to go back and forth with Lucki over Meg Thee Stallion when I was here for you?
What?
Want to go back and forth with Lucki over Meg Thee Stallion when I was here for you?
Why are you using that I'm here for you when your friends are trying to express their opinion? Oh, so it's actually you who have a problem with the disagreement. And you mad about the back and forth. You're just exposing yourself. You talk too much. Two friends should be able to disagree, and then it's not considered back and forth. We just having a conversation. My brother is extremely manosphere. Extremely. And we disagree on all kind of shit. But that's never gonna make us hate each other.
Oh, now I gotta worry about a bitch possibly having a thumbnail or want to do a video where she's inviting people to try to get like, come on now. I'm really trying not to. I'm really trying not to. I'm trying not to, y'all. I'm trying not, but I'm gonna talk my shit because this is the last fucking day. So for me, I'm gonna read your super chat in a minute. And it is a lot of drama in the back. And if y'all think in any different media arena, there's not any, no names, I got it. If there's not any drama in a real arena or any type of media, y'all are crazy. Why do we have gatekeepers in the community in general? We always talking about the Tyler Perry's, the celebrities.
You support one of the main gatekeepers in Anton Daniels. That's the fact. He not even putting on the niggas that agree with him. The niggas like a Fantastic. And not to say he can't put Fantastic on, all due respect, Fantastic ready guys on shit together. But I think y'all niggas understand what the fuck I'm saying. He not reaching down to do interviews with a nigga like a Drip. Even when that shit happened with Freezy and Drip, right? At Drip show, he didn't reach out to Drip. Hey, my nigga, whoop, whoop, whoop. He went straight and dissed this nigga Drip immediately. Same night, nigga. Oh yeah, fuck them whole ass, small ass content creators. Ain't fucking with them. They bums anyway. Freezy went on. Come on, nigga. You have always sat beside and helped perpetuate the fuck niggas. That was one of me and your problems back when I was working with you. Let's just call it that, right? Is that you didn't like the fact that I was going at Anton. I'm thinking, so you cool with niggas talking about black women every day. You cool with niggas talking about baby mamas every day. I get to know you enough. I know you really hurting. You need some money. So if you got to get on here and grift in order to sell whatever the fuck, that's why you got all males over there in your chat now. You don't got a lot of women. And with all due respect to my sister Danica, she's basically a known mammy. Her content is about shaming women to make men feel uplifted. And in the great words of Michelle Obama, only a weak person has to, well, she said, let me quote directly, only a weak man has to shame a woman in order to feel big. But I'm going to say that applies to the women as well. If you got to shame the women just to make the men feel like they are doing what the fuck they supposed to do, you're not doing shit but crippling men in the first place. Oh yeah, these with her titties out on Instagram and everything, right? These women are over here supporting Meg the Stallion and she got her ass out. Meanwhile, Shorty got her whole ass out. If I like, you can't even Google Danica Marie name with all due respect to her and her husband Eric. Right? I don't know what, like, if they're gonna take this as disrespect and where they want to take this from there. I'm telling you, I don't mean no disrespect, but the fucking facts are the facts. The same way when I talk about Bruiser wife, at least he do me the motherfucking honor of shutting the fuck up about it because he know his wife. You can't type in her motherfucking name and go to her Instagram without seeing ass and titties. It's the same way with Danica Marie. But again, like Lucky said, let's highlight what Meg the Stallion is doing. Let's highlight what Sexy Red is doing. Let's highlight what female black rappers is doing. Not focusing on the fact that all of these women are entrepreneurs. All of these women are tax-paying citizens. Whether you want to talk about Meg the Stallion, all the way down to fucking Ruby Rose or fucking Sophie Rain, they're all tax-paying citizens. They all have a team of people that they're paying. These people have families as well. But because you want to shame the women so bad and get along with the manosphere, because you can't go to women with this bullshit. You can't go to women and say bullshit. Women call that shit out easily. And I believe that's your problem with Fantasy Island Girl. She is not Illasophical. She is not Anton Daniels. She is not Tommy Sotomayor. You can't come to her talking shit about Meg the Stallion or any other accomplished woman and think it's not going to be met with some type of aggression or pushback. Let's go. Shout out to Couture Bay in the building. They despise when women do not. A lot of women, Couture, don't like when other women are doing well, especially if their audience is majority males, which hers is now. We made that plan years together. She tried the women thing with Lauren. That didn't work out. Lauren was too soft. She was what the men wanted, but she didn't have the looks that Lucki had. That's just the facts. Let's keep going.
That want to gatekeep. But look at something on look at your neighbor to the left and to the right. When you come to YouTube, what do people do when you don't? Now, it doesn't matter if you say, you know, I actually care about black people in general. That means man, women, and child. Man, woman, and child. And you caring about that also goes against black women. You got black women who's saying, oh, but what about us? Like, who fuck these niggas in the community? Even though we want them to protect us, fuck these niggas. You can't even have an opinion that says, hey, we should probably just care about the other man in the household. No, you pick me ass bitch. Matter of fact, let me call the simp male channels.
Excuse me? Who?
To say, no, you pick me ass bitch. That says, hey, we should probably just care about the other man in the household. No, you pick me ass bitch. Matter of fact, let me call the simp male channels to say, you know, this bitch Lucky, she's a mammy. I thought a mammy was a black woman.
Couture Bay says she has to let that hurt go. She didn't go to China with her story about being pick me to her ex. It's like, yeah, and like nobody want to hear about you a victim and how women are calling you a pick me, bitch. We was rooting for you until we had to stop rooting for you.
Really him. You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
We was rooting for you until we had to stop rooting for you. We couldn't root for you no longer. You want to get online and tell women while you have absolutely no fucking success when it comes to marriage, etc., etc. Meanwhile, somehow, some way, you have all the advice.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
No, you cannot.
Who nurse white children. Not ever, a white man has never sucked on my titty.
No, a mammy is an individual who is so male-centered that she refuses to see the plight of women and what women are going through and hear women's side. So when you're telling women, oh yeah, we need to look out for our men, the men who defend us, you're ignoring stuff like the fact that black women are genuinely sexually assaulted or just physically assaulted more, I think twice or 7 times more than any other race of woman. Right? You're ignoring stuff like that, and you ignore it so you can get along with people like Anton Daniels and Illasophical. Because, you know, Fantasy Island, she's not a content creator. She don't have anything to really offer you as a content creator, except her looks, her titties, and her energy, to which it don't seem like she has been offering that for the last few months. Seem like y'all falling out. So maybe I should take advantage of this opportunity to go back and look at the old you and Fantasy Island content. Because again, when I went through that screenshot, she said, I'm not gonna agree with everything about that hoe ass nigga Illa. And I think that she is standing 10 toes down like the real bitch she has always been. She don't fuck with me. It was me giving her compliments. She probably like, that nigga right, but fuck that nigga. Period. I ain't going to that nigga show. Yeah, she not gonna ever do that. Let's go.
I'm reading what y'all saying. But somehow we got black men and women who literally come to this motherfucker to use racial terminologies to shame and try to, we're going to tear down this person's channel. We're going to tear down.
You mean like Anton Daniels while you just sat there? You mean like that? You mean like Anton Daniels? Did you forget that you are the one that was sitting with Anton Daniels while he was doing all that fuckery? Or must we remind you? You were the one who was sitting with Anton Daniels when he was saying that, oh, let's go ahead and throw black children away. Let's go ahead and throw the black babies away. The black women don't, it don't matter. Let me remind you, look. Let me put it what you call it down, because this is actually my favorite video of Anton. All right, let me put your little members only video down. This video is literally titled, right? Anton goes off about women not holding women bad behavior accountable. And there you can see the now retired Not So Lucky. Right? You got black men and you got black women. What did she say? What did she say about black men and black women? We don't need to hear you. We don't need to see your face. Let's just hear it.
I'm reading what y'all saying. But somehow we got black men and women who literally come to this motherfucker to use racial terminologies to shame and try to, we're going to tear down this person's channel. We're going to tear down who this person thinks she is. She's fake. And it's like,
Interesting. I think I'll give an example of what you're talking about right fucking now. Shout out to my brother Anton Daniels. Talk to him, Daniels. Talk to him.
It's all said and done, and then say, well, what about the kids? Fuck them kids and fuck that woman too.
Hold on. What?
Use you and then disperse of you when she's done with you. In history has ever been to the black community because she's the best. Honest with yourselves and coming to the table, honestly. We don't even ask nothing from y'all. We don't ask y'all to do nothing for us. We don't ask y'all to bring money to the table. We don't ask y'all to support us. We don't ask shit from y'all. All we are is behind the 8 ball because we continue to subject ourselves to the very person that we lay next to is really our enemy because they won't even be honest with what it is that they bring into the table. You bring in lies, deceits, irresponsibility, and you're looking to get saved and you're looking to retire. All they do is use us. They don't actually add value. You want to know what's really wrong with the black community? Is that the woman is out of her purpose and she's not a helpmeet no more. Yep. She's the enemy. She's more of an enemy than the white man ever has. She's more of an enemy than enemy. She's more of an enemy than the white man ever had. She's not a helpmeet no more. Yep. She's the enemy. She's more of an enemy than the white man ever has. She's more of an enemy than anybody in history has ever been to the black community because she's the very person that comes in with deceit and looks to use you and then disperse of you when she's done with you. And then she'll move on when it's all said and done and then say, well, what about the kids? Fuck them kids and fuck that woman too.
What?
Throw that hoe out and done and then say, well, what about the kids? Fuck them kids and fuck that woman too. Throw that hoe said and done and then say, well, what about the kids? Fuck them kids and fuck that woman too. Throw that hoe out with the bathwater. Throw the baby out with the bathwater. Start the fuck over. Throw that hoe out with the bathwater. Throw the baby out with the bathwater. Start the fuck woman too. Throw that hoe said and done and then say, well, what about the kids? Fuck them kids and fuck that woman too. Throw that hoe out with the bathwater. Throw the baby out with the bathwater.
I can't really hear it. He's kind of talking fast. I might need to slow that part down. What'd he say?
Start throw that. Well, what about the kids? Fuck them. It's all said and done, and then say, well, what about the kids? Fuck them kids and fuck that woman too. Throw that hoe out with the bathwater. Throw the baby out with the bathwater. Start the fuck over. Get a whole new group of women, and then fix the community that way.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Isn't your opening to your intro Anton Daniels? I knew they couldn't fuck with you. They couldn't fuck with you when I first saw you. I knew they couldn't fuck with you. They never could fuck with you. My wife can't fuck with you. Nobody can fuck with you. My daughter can't fuck with you. Nobody can fuck with you. So, what do we have here? I think we have what should have been a debate, but it turned out to be Fantasy Island Girl telling Illasophical that he's a hoe ass nigga. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Let's go ahead and get to that video, man. I got access to all her shit.
All right, bye.
Bye. What's up, Fantasy? What's up, Fantasy? What's up, Fantasy?
If you ever see somebody greet you like that, they fake as hell. Let me give you an example, right? I'm not the type of nigga. Y'all remember Friday? What was the mama name? Friday, Miss Parker. Mama D. Yeah. Let me show y'all this shit, right? Hey, girl. Oh, hey, Miss Parker. Come over and cook with me sometime, girl. Okay.
Oh, look at her. And she gonna be ashamed of herself coming out looking like that. Hey, girl.
Hey, how you doing?
Fine. I'm on my way to work.
Well, call me when you get home.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, Fantasy. Hey, Fantasy, bitch. Come on, B. I tried to tell Fantasy, look, B, you might not like me. You might think I'm a hoe ass nigga. As a matter of fact, I've been looking for the clip when Fantasy was talking about the halo effect, and she was talking about how I may have the halo effect. I thought that was very flattering because she was basically saying that I'm fine as hell, and that people watch me because I'm fine as hell. So I took that as something to be flattered about. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? It's always a compliment when a baddie say, that nigga might have a halo effect. What do that mean? Of course, that's what she said. What does that mean? And Fantasy was like, well, it's when someone is attractive and so attractive that people, despite that person might be in a piece of shit like Daryl, that people would, want to be around that person because they're attractive. Think about Chris Brown.
Read the super chat. Thank you, DJ Nav. He said, I always enjoy your discussions. Thank you. I like to keep it balanced, controversy. Not too much. Sometimes I get it wrong.
Girl, oh my mama. Girl, that's what she said. I had the halo effect. I was like, bitch. Thank you. As if I needed more fucking confidence. As if I needed more of an ego boost. But just one more baddie that said I was attractive. Right? I have to assume Couture think I'm attractive. Right? But we're friends. We've been friends for a long time. And I think Couture is very pretty as well. I think Fancy is pretty. All the girlies are pretty. Shout out to all the girlies. I love you all. Mwah. All right, let's go.
But this time I think I got it right. What's up, Fantasy?
Can you hear me?
Much better, much better.
Okay, I'm home.
Y'all hit the like button, y'all, please.
All right, so I came up before because I know Illa thought that I was just pulling stuff out of my ass, but I wasn't. I was pointing to a biography that was written by Manning Marable that said both of them were unfaithful to each other. So it came out in 2011. Yes, the daughters disagreed. They said that they were both faithful to each other. So they disagreed with your argument that she cheated on him, and they disagree with my rumor that he cheated on her. But the point is, I got it from a source, from a biography that was written, that has been reported on multiple times. Like one place I got it from was CBS. But the point is, I didn't pull that out of my ass. I don't need to pull anything out of my ass to talk to you about what's going on. And then,
do you have any literature? What's the last? Have you ever read anything?
You want to know the name of the book that I'm quoting?
No, I got that.
You want to know?
So that's where disrespect comes in, right? As you see, Fantasy Island Girl, Fantasy Island Girl is giving her thesis about what she feels. She's giving her point on like whatever topic they're discussing, and he interrupts. He shows her no respect. He doesn't have any regard for the conversation. He's not going to be like, oh yeah, I see Fantasy talking. I'm not going to interrupt her. I'm going to be a fucking gentleman. I'm going to allow her to finish her thought. I'm going to allow her to finish her point so I can fully digest what she's saying, fully contextualize what she's saying, and give her the response that she deserves. But instead, because he's an emotional fucking creature, he interrupts continuously, and that's going to be most of what you guys see in the next 5 minutes.
I got you. I'm asking you a different question because you have all the data that makes men look bad. So what I'm asking you is, do you have any books or have you read anything that shows the light or shows the contributions of not just black men, but black people historically, period?
No,
have you
you're missing the point. I'm
asking you, have you ever read anything like that?
I always cape for individuals doing the right thing, like King Randall. I do not believe the majority of people are good. The majority of people are smart. The majority of people are any of these positive tropes that you try to put on black men as a whole.
I just asked you a question. I didn't ask you, did you believe most people are good? That's irrelevant. I asked you, have you read anything? Like how you was able to pick that book up?
Yes, I have. Yes, I read about Malcolm X. I read about Martin Luther King. I read about these men. I read about them.
Everybody know about.
You just asked me if I read about it, and now you're going to say no. These people you already know about. We're talking about Malcolm X.
Let us finish your point. You said something about King Randall, so you don't forget it.
I said I always bring up King Randall because he's a black man that is doing something impactful to the entire community. He has his own children, and he is impacting the community in Albany. So it's not like I'm shitting on all black men. The point is, when you try to identify things that are good for black men, you'll point out one black man that started a movement or one black man that did something and say, so that proves that black men do X, Y, and Z. And that doesn't prove shit. All it proves is a black man has done X, Y, and Z. Just like we can say a black woman has done something positive.
So once again, she's making perfect fucking sense. She's basically saying that if, for example, we just had Detroit elect the first black mayor, right? Her name is Mary Sheffield, but I'm not going to attribute all of her fucking accomplishments to every black woman. And she says that Illasophical, he does this, where he tries to attribute all of the black men, right? He'll point out one nigga and say, yeah, this black man, he did this. So black men are really out here doing this. But he's trying to attribute all black men to this one black man. You can't say, well, yeah, Barack Obama, that nigga was out here going to school and become educated. So black men in Chicago love education. That's the type of shit he would do, right? She's challenging that directly. And what you're going to repeatedly hear is her interrupted, her assaulted verbally, right? They already put in the chat that she's married to a white man, which is something that we all fucking know, something she has been completely fucking vocal about. I don't know, man. You know, everybody has their little their ways of going at people. Mine's is more diabolical.
That you're arguing that black women don't do. So that's the problem. You want to paint us with a broad negative brush, but when we do the same to you, you get frustrated.
No, I don't. I'm
Yes, you
talking
do.
about a certain first of all, I'm not talking about all time. I'm talking about, first of all, today. And I'm not saying that black women do bad things. I said they pick from a bad pool of men and paint the broad brush. Most black women are not they're not looking for emotional depth in their prime. They're not looking for a man who's a gentleman in their prime. They're looking for somebody that's cool, that's a vibe, that's kind of lit. But in the prime in their life, they're not looking for the depths of a man's connection. No, they're not. That's not shaming them, and that's not dealing with them of all time. What I just asked you specifically, what have you read? What information?
First of all, I don't think that what you just said was true. I think a lot of women are looking for the depths of a man. That's why women are starting to not center men. They're starting to center themselves. They're working out for themselves. They're going out for themselves. They're going to the movie theaters by their damn selves. They're going to go get drinks with their homegirls. They're doing everything without men. So that's not true at all. When they want to have a man, they want to have a man that loves them. They want to have a man that caters to them. I think that's exactly what Fantasy Island Girl has found in her marriage. So she is an example of your lie, because she was looking for somebody that she can be in depth with, not somebody who can, she can just have sex with. And now she's a married fucking woman with children. I mean, some niggas just be talking. Illasophical is an unmarried, ugly, degenerate who think he's the smartest fucking man on the planet. He think he's fucking Reed Richards. He think he's fucking Tony Stark. You would think that Illasophical would have cured cancer. You would think that Illasophical would have figured out a fucking cure for AIDS. You would think that Illasophical would have figured out how to get world peace by now, as smart as he is, right? You would figure out, you would think that Illasophical would have fucking ran for president and won by now, right? But no, the best that his intelligence actually gives us, the most that it provides, is misogynistic motherfucking rhetoric that he spews on YouTube, and he calls that content. Okay, we can press forward.
That you came across besides two generic people that anybody that's black know, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King.
But that doesn't matter, because you can read about.
How about, instead of Fantasy Island Girl, how about we play a little game, right? Instead of Fantasy Island Girl, because she said Malcolm X and she said Dr. Martin Luther King, two accomplished black men, but that is not enough for the all-knowing Illasophical. Okay, so Illasophical, how about instead of her using Malcolm X and using Dr. King, how about she use Illasophical? Eric Hutchins Bay, if I remember the god name correct, right? Your name is Eric Hutchins Bay. How about she use what you have done for black community? Oh, I forgot. She can, because you have done absolutely fucking nothing. You have published nothing. You have done nothing. You haven't worked with any children. You're just as much as a fucking a mentor as Trader Truth Teller being a fucking teacher. You're a piece of shit. Okay? You're a piece of shit. I have someone in the back. Kills. Welcome. Welcome.
What's going on with you, bro?
Just reviewing the video real quick before I go back into the city. How's your day going?
Oh man, my day going fairly well, man. Hanging in there, you heard?
We're bringing you to the show today.
Oh nah, man. I'm just, Man,
What?
I'm just looking at this space as a whole, bro. This shit is wicked. I said I'm looking at this space as a whole, man. It's wicked.
All right, let me get back to the video. It is wicked.
About them. What don't you understand? You can read about them. What don't you understand? Just because it's not somebody that you want me to read about doesn't mean that I haven't read about them. So what the fuck is the point?
Interest in what men have contributed to this world that's black. Your mind is limited to a point that's comfortable for you. What I'm saying is the black man on this planet has established damn near every spiritual.
No, nigga, we're not talking about whether or not a black man has done something. You keep doing that. You keep doing it. That's not what we're talking about.
The black man has created every spiritual motherfucking institution on the planet. The black man created your computer. The black man created your motherfucking ring light. The black man created your iPhone. See, they lie to you and tell you Steve Jobs created the iPhone, but it was really a black man. His name was Joshua. Right? Right? It was a nigga all the way in Africa. It was a black man. You don't know nothing about this because you married a white man. Black man, we the smartest niggas on the planet. You gotta remember, Wakanda forever, nigga. T'Challa. I'm basically T'Challa, nigga. I'm the king of Wakanda. Illasophical, nigga. Black man, like, it amazes me how niggas can ignore the ghettos that black people live in predominantly. It amazes me how niggas can ignore the foster institutions that's littered with fucking black children, because niggas like Illasophical, despite him being non-married, he can go get a fucking kid and raise that kid, but he don't want to be a fucking parent. He want to fucking get a woman to submit to him, and then she gotta fucking give up her autonomy to be his slave, to which he would call that a wife. Then when he actually sees a wife who actually committed to her husband being Fantasy Island Girl, because that man is of a different race, he chooses racism. He doesn't recognize love. He doesn't recognize duty. He doesn't recognize the fact that she used her fertility for her husband. None of that stuff that he would normally honor if it was a black man. He chose war, which tells me he is also not only a pedophile, but also a racist. Okay? And that nigga like 16-year-old girls is so much. Y'all already know the whole spiel. We're not going to go back into it. It is what it is. Let's keep going.
You keep trying to name a black man has done blah, blah, blah. A black man has done blah, blah, blah. And then use that as the collective. Black men as a majority haven't done shit. So stop the fucking cap.
She actually right, Illa. Black men as a majority have not done anything. We have to learn to not feel attacked when black women are telling the truth about black men. We must understand that black women have this passion because they love us, and they have resentment because we have failed them. Hear me. She have passion for black men because she love black men, but she resent black men to a certain degree because we, including you, Eric, have failed her. All right? Whew. And look, man, look at this nigga eyes, y'all. Look at this nigga eyes, y'all. Oh my God. And he wonder why he ain't getting no coochie. Oh my God. Jesus.
It's a lie.
Okay.
It's just not true. It's just
okay.
Simply not true.
What has black men as a majority done that you're trying to point to now? Because you keep saying these.
It's done already. Things. It's already done.
No.
The fact that
it's not already.
Cha. What have black men done already?
Hold on, but I get
it's
that.
Already done. Go ahead, I'm sorry, Cleo. Go ahead, sir.
We put the whole space, bro. My audio crazy, bro. I'll be back, bro. My audio.
Okay.
All right.
Ooh, you know, he's wrong. Black men haven't built anything. But I'm interested in hearing his perspective nevertheless.
Already done. Then that means they're not doing shit. If you're saying that everything that you're bringing up has already been done, that means y'all aren't doing shit now.
What are you talking about? Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about black men.
She's talking about black men. She's been talking about black men the whole time. Lord have mercy.
As a whole, just like we've been talking about this whole time, black men as a whole, not a black man did blah blah blah.
Like I said, sweetheart, you don't respect black men and you don't like them.
Whether she respect black men or not, can you please talk about what black men have done? Oh, you cannot because black men have done nothing. Let's go ahead and close out. Let me go back to the image files. Let me go to this one right here. Image right here. Oh. Look, it's like she said, I'm not going to pretend that I agree with Illa because he's your friend. I said I care on your string with him too. So it's clear that she cares about this individual, but she's not about to change who she is to be your friend. She's not about to agree with somebody who hate black women to be your friend. I think I'm gonna leave out on this next song, man. I'm gonna leave out on this next song because you need to hear this, my nigga. You slipping. We're gonna go ahead and spark. And then we out of here, nigga. Remove this shit. Here we go. Yeah, boy. Let's get it.